Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 763rd Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, this battle is a 31k battle, except for we've allowed 3 elephants max. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Now he's got 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. Just like to draw your attention here, you'll see that he's got 2 eagle units in his infantry. Now remember, those eagle units give extra morale boost to an army, and also don't forget they'll give a morale boost to all of our team there. So he's got those 2 eagle units in the infantry because, okay, there's a reason for that, and that's because he's got a cavalry general. Okay, so he's got his cavalry general there. Now obviously the general gives good general morale bonus, so the cavalry general now can run around the battlefield with his cavalry, hitting what targets they want, getting morale from the cavalry general. Okay, but knowing that he's got 2 eagle units there for his infantry, giving extra morale boost to his infantry, so that's why he's bought those 2 eagle units. So I think that's a pretty good Roman army. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry there, and he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. Okay, so I think that's a pretty solid army there. Small upgrades on his cavalry. He usually brings more serious cavalry than that, so we just have to see what happens as the battle unfolds. Our next teammate is someone who called himself OTD Chimrazig, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got 6 Pharaoh Guard spearmen, okay, 8 archers, 5 heavy chariots, and 1 chariot archer there. Now it's unusual to see Egypt bought on a winter map, because of course all these Egyptian units on a desert map get a bonus, but on a winter map they get no bonus, and their class is a lesser 31k faction. You will see there that his spearmen have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So he's got good upgrades on his Pharaoh Guards spearmen there. But as I say, unusual to bring Egypt on a winter map, as obviously they don't get a desert bonus, and very often people look at Egypt as a lesser 31k faction there. Okay, so as I say, it'd be interesting to see how well they do without any desert bonus. Now here he's got his Pharaoh Bowman. You'll notice he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Now pound for pound, these archers are reckoned to be the best archers in the game. Not only have they got long range, they do a lot of damage, but when they run out of arrows, they make very good light infantry as well. So as I say, I think a lot of people do look at them as the best archers in the game. And then he's got his chariots there. Okay, so have a close look at those. Now these guys here, if you notice, there's 3 people in the chariot there. Now what I like about these chariots is they don't run amok. When they get routed, they just leave the battlefield like any other unit. You know, most chariots that you see, they run amok and they kill both friend and foe alike. Well, the Egyptians don't do that. But as I say, unusual to bring a desert faction on a winter map. Okay, and as I say, Egypt is looked upon by a lot of people as a lesser 31k faction, and they're not even getting any desert bonus. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Okay, our next teammate is brother member JGP. Now he got 12 infantry, 2 archers, and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his infantry. He usually brings quite good infantry, actually. Ah, there you go. So you've got 7 upgrades and experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his infantry there. I think the vast majority of infantry have got the experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, the experience stripe is just that. It shows these troops have fought in battles before and they're experienced, whereas the gold shield, gold attack troops are like the ones that's just come out of training. They're raw recruits. They just got out of training there. So he's got mixed upgrades with his infantry, but most of them have got 7 upgrades on. And there you are. He's only got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry because he spent most of his money on his infantry there. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see how JGP uses that army during the course of the battle. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. I've got 13 Spartans and 5 Cretan archers. Remember, the Cretan archers are long range. They're pretty elite archers in their own right. So there's our team. This should be a cracking battle for you to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have RTW player Surena. Now Surena has got 4 archers, 10 infantry, and 6 cavalry. Okay. To our modern ears, Surena sounds like a female name, but it was an actual Parthian general that defeated Romans at the Battle of Carthage. And there you are. You can see there that he's got gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. there, but if you notice, he's got an eagle unit there to give extra morale boost to his army. Okay, plus he's got his infantry general as well. If you look at the upgrades on his cavalry, I think he's got mixed upgrades if I remember correctly. He's got 7 there, an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack, but I think most of his cavalry, yeah, have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack there. So that's Surena's Roman army there, and with those 4 archers, he's got a lot of firepower as well there. So that's a pretty good Roman army. Their next teammate is Orcs Zhong 7. Now he has got 6 slingers, 6 sacred band spearmen, 4 cavalry and 2 elephants. Remember, this is normal 31k rules, but we've allowed 3 elephants max as well. Okay, but I notice he's only bought 2 elephants there. Quick look at the upgrades at his sacred band spearman. Now he's only got gold shield, gold attack on his sacred band spearman. That's unusual. You usually get at least a stripe on the sacred band, but I'm guessing that his elephants are so dear he can't afford to do that. Yeah, there you are. He's just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry as well. So I'm guessing he's gone for the armoured cavalry general units, which are quite expensive because they're so, yeah, there you go. You can see those are armoured elephants there. Okay, these are the expensive, best elephants in the game, the armoured elephants, and that's what he's gone for. And that's why he could only afford small upgrades on his infantry and cavalry, because he's bought the expensive armoured elephants. Remember, they've got a 7 charge bonus, 12 hit points, and a massive fear factor, taking morale away from enemy troops, destabilising them, and making them more susceptible to routing. Okay, their next teammate is an RTW player called Change. Now, Change has got 12 pikes, 4 archers, and 4 cavalry. Okay, quick look at the upgrades. I think some of his pike units have just got gold shield, gold attack on, but if I remember correctly, most of his units have got very good upgrades on. Let's have a quick look. Yep, there you go, 8 upgrades, the optimum upgrades for Macedonian pikemen there. 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. If you go for 3 experienced stripes, you don't get the money's worth for that, but just look at the length of those pikes that our men have got to fight down to kill the man on the other end. Also, I'd like to draw your attention to the unusual battle formation. Can you see how he spread his Macedonian pikes along a really wide area there? I'm guessing this is probably a new way of using pikes and spears there, spreading them out like that. If you notice, his companion cavalry have got 7 upgrades on, experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Now, just to let you know, most cavalry units in this game have got a 6 charge bonus. These guys have got a 9 charge bonus. Remember, the charge bonus is the impact and penetration that a unit can do to enemy troops. So as I say, most cavalry's got a 6 charge bonus. They've got a 9 charge bonus and reasonable upgrades as well. As I say, a very spread out pike formation there. Their last teammate is someone who's called himself God, but is in fact COH Terminator. Now he's got 8 archers, 6 cavalry, 2 axemen, 1 knight raider, and 3 berserkers. So he's certainly got quite a diverse army there. But I think he's bought the 8 archers there for a particular reason. Can you think why he's bought 8 archers there? Okay, well, I think he knows that our team have got Egypt, so he knows we're going to bring a lot of Pharaoh bowmen. So that's why he's bought 8 chosen archers there to try and counter the Pharaoh bowmen. So there's the enemy team. Should be a great battle for you to watch. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a look at this Nordic woodland map here. Okay, because it's a bit different from normal maps. Okay, and the reason for that is, can you see here, there's a slight incline or slope. Okay, now if the enemy team want to attack, they can attack up this incline if they want, and many teams have done that in the past and gone on to win great victories there. But as I say, there is a slight incline or slope there, and if the enemy want to attack up that incline or slope, then that's up to them. Or if they want, they can mass all 4 of their armies in this area here. Okay, so if they all move over here, okay, and then it's flat ground. If they want to attack us, then it's flat ground there, and they can attack us there from this side on flat ground rather than attack up the slope. So it's up to if the enemy team wants to attack, it's up to them how they use this map, how they use the ground on this map. Attack up that incline or come over here and attack on a flat part of the map. It's up to them. We'll see what they do as the battle unfolds. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, you'll see, can you see that Mantu was on the right flank, if you remember, and he's moving his infantry over to the centre of our battle formations there. Okay, so you see he's moved over from the right flank to the left flank, and if you notice here, Scorpion King is bringing his elite Pharaoh bowmen over to this flank, because can you remember who they're facing? They're facing Germania. And remember, Germania have brought 8 chosen archers there deliberately to target the Pharaoh bowmen, try and counter the Pharaoh bowmen. You'll see that Scorpion King's brought his fast-moving chariot archer unit over here, which of course can form a Cantabrian circle, which makes it very, very difficult for enemy foot archers to kill a unit there which is in Cantabrian circle. As I say, you can see Scorpion King here spreading his archers out. You'll see Mantu moving his cavalry back out of range from those Germanic chosen archers there. Make no mistake, COH Terminator would have brought his archers forward there to target Mantu's cavalry. So that's a good tactical withdrawal there of Mantu's cavalry there. So it'll be interesting to see how the enemy are going to play this battle, whether they're going to attack maybe up this slope, or whether they're going to go over to the flat area to come in on a flat ground kind of thing. Right, you can see here I've just run over from the our left flank here, and I've just run right over to this right flank here, and I'm going to form up behind my allies there. It's always a long run when you run from the other flank, from the left flank to the right flank there. Okay, but as I say, over here on our right flank, you will see that the Pharaoh bowmen are ready to engage those Germanic chosen archers. So I got a feeling there could be a little bit of an archer battle on our right flank. Okay, at this still very, very early stage of the battle, you'll see COH Terminator bringing his Germanic chosen archers forward there to try and counter the Pharaoh bowmen here. Okay, so by the looks of it, it looks to me like they've decided they're going to attack up the incline here. Otherwise, I think they'd have moved all their troops over to the other flank, to the flatter area by now. Okay, here you'll see a Scorpion King putting his chariot archer into Cantabrian circle. Okay, the Cantabrian circle is very effective there. Can you see as they move round, it's like they're shooting. It's like a machine gun almost. As they go around, they're shooting arrows into the enemy team, and it's very difficult for foot archers to kill a unit in Cantabrian circle. Okay, and that's why Scorpion King's doing that. Look, got a Cantabrian circle there, and he will be killing a lot of Germanic archers there. As I say, you can see Scorpion King here is spread his Pharaoh bowmen out across the battlefield. You'll see here that I'm moving my Cretan archers forward as well to help the battle against the chosen archers there. But remember that the enemy team look to me like they want to attack up this incline, so we're on the slightly higher ground here. So our archers will get that bit of a bonus there, where our arrows will go a little bit further and do a little bit more damage, but it is only a slight incline, so there won't be much of a bonus there. As I say, you can see the chosen archers there. Remember, they've got good long range, good defense, and they're good solid light infantry when they run out of arrows as well there, so they're pretty good. Okay, so as I say, we've got all our archers, most of our archers on the right flank here, trying to counter the Germanic chosen archers there. Now, I would suggest to Scorpion King here, I can see that archer unit being moved up there, and I'm guessing skirmish mode's been taken off it to kind of trap him against the red line. And it wouldn't surprise me if enemy cavalry came out of the woods now. There you are. Can you see that Macedonian cavalry coming down there? And if Scorpion King doesn't move that chariot archer unit away now, he's going to get trapped between the archer unit and the cavalry unit, and bang, as that Macedonian companion cavalry charges in there. If you notice, routed that chariot archer of Scorpion King's on impact, and in fact killed every single person in that chariot archer unit there. No survivors at all. Okay, you can see Mantu's got his cavalry there, and you've got some heavy chariots of Scorpion King, so I would think the enemy cavalry wouldn't really want to come up this way too much further there because of what they could face. And here comes the chariots that they're going to hit that unit there, look, and bang, as he charges in there. Okay, so that wasn't an archer unit there, that was a Night Raider unit. And of course, Night Raiders bring a fear factor there. You can see that Germanic cavalry charging in, like a bang, routed another one of Scorpion King's chariots there. But you can see Mantu bringing his Julii cavalry down. It wouldn't surprise me if the enemy cavalry now backed off. There you go. You can see them moving away now. They don't really want any trouble with that that cavalry of Mantus. And of course, because we're going down that slight incline there as well, that's why they backed off. Okay, so over here in the centre, I thought this was an unusual move by Scorpion King. Can you see he's put 3 of his spearmen out in the centre there? He's moved them from the centre out here, and they're going to be really exposed, not just to enemy infantry hits, but enemy pilot hits as well. So that was an unusual. I can't see a tactical reason for that, but I guess there must be. And over here you'll see he's got a couple of his spear units there to help his teammates out, JGP. Remember, spears are not just anti-cavalry, but anti-elephant as well. So they know that the Carthaginians have got elephants, and they know they've got cavalry over there as well. So that's why Scorpion King's taken a couple of his spear units over there to counter the elephants and the cavalry. But they may well decide to attack JGP there on our left flank. But as I say, here I was very surprised when Scorpion King did that. I can't really see a tactical reason for doing that. I don't know if any of you can. If you can see a tactical reason for doing that, please leave a comment. But it looks to me like he's just put them out there. They're almost like being sacrificed for some reason or another. And I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but now I bet Surena can't believe his luck. 3 units being thrown out in front of them of our main battle formation. He's surely going to hit that. Can you see here that the Pharaoh spearmen haven't even put their spears down? Remember, the spears are their primary weapon, and if they haven't put their spears down, they've got to use their secondary weapon, which is a short sword. So the spears aren't even down at this stage. So as I say, Surena, I bet, can't believe his luck there, seeing these 3 units. I bet he hasn't even bothered to throw pilers into them to waste his pilers. He's just going to attack them with his infantry. Right, meanwhile over here on our right flank, you'll see that another chariot unit of Scorpion Kings has been routed there, and you can see the enemy have got cavalry and archers here on our right flank. But you'll see Mantu's Julii cavalry at the top there. Oh yeah, we didn't have a look at the upgrades on the Gothic cavalry of Germania. My guess is there'll probably be quite 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 upgrades. 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, this Gothic cavalry, very good cavalry. Check out the specifications, you'll see how good they are. But they don't want to advance any further up there because Mantu's got his cavalry locked and loaded and ready for action. You can see COH Terminator's got his archers there targeting our archers there on our right flank. But as I say, in the centre here, it looks to me like these 3 Egyptian units of Scorpion King are just going to be taken out. And as I say, I don't think Surena even bothered to throw pilers in. He's just going to charge his infantry because he knows his urban cohorts are so much better than these Pharaoh guardsmen here, spearmen here. And as you can see, the spears are still up. So they're using their secondary weapon, like their small sword, not their primary weapon, the spears. Right, I think Scorpion King's just put the spears down now. He's just put those spears down. Now you can see Macedon jumping in as well. Macedonia wants a bit of the action. They want to kill these Egyptian Pharaoh guardsmen there. And as you can see there, the spears are now down, but I think it's a bit late now because the enemy have actually got to them on the flank there. And as I say, I bet the Macedonian general and the Scipio general couldn't believe their luck and probably said thanks very much to Scorpion King for giving them those units. But I'm just struggling to see a tactical reason why Scorpion King moved those units there. As I say, if any of you can see one, please put that in the comments. Okay. So there's a general overview of the disposition of our team, as you can see there. JGP's moving around our flank, facing the Carthaginian threat there, and say Mantu's in the centre. We've got still got a bit of an archer battle going on over here on our right flank there. Let's say Mantu's positioned his cavalry very well there to stop any cavalry attack on our archers, and of course you've got the Egyptian chariots there as well. Okay, there's another chariot unit there. What I like about the Egyptian chariots is they don't run amok. You know, you've got Seleucid chariots, and I think Pontus chariots. If they run amok, they kill both friend and foe alike. But when an Egyptian chariot gets routed, it just leaves the battlefield like any other unit. So that's quite a good thing, that is. As I say, when chariots run amok with other factions, we've seen them kill both friend and foe alike. As I say, I've got my archers over here now targeting the enemy archers there, and I'm backed up by those Egyptian chariots and Mantu's Julii cavalry there. So it'd be interesting to see if the enemy team's going to attack us on this right flank. It looks like they're kind of massing to do that, so it'll be interesting to see if they're going to attack us on the right then, and then try and roll us up from right to left. That would be an interesting tactic to see if that's what they're going to do. Okay, as I say, on our left flank here, JGP. Now, JGP can be very aggressive here, and if he sees that he's facing Carthage, it wouldn't surprise me if he decided just to attack Carthage head on. It'll be interesting to see what he does on that left flank. Over here, you'll see Mantu moving his Juliite infantry a little bit more over to the right there. Okay, I've got my Spartan army in that old-fashioned battle formation there, ready to face whatever's going to come at us there. Those Macedonian general, as I say, spread out his Macedonian pikes there, and I say that may well be the new way of using Macedon. Here you can see Scorpion King using his fast-moving chariot here to take out what's left of the enemy archers. And you see those archers were routing before they were even touched by the chariots because of the fear factor, and those archer units were so battle depleted there that their morale would have been dropped off the edge of a cliff. So as soon as they got scared by the chariots, that was it. They routed. Okay, but over here, as I say, on our left flank, you can see Zhong there moving his Carthaginian army forward. And as I say, JGP, realising that he's just facing Carthage, he may well attack with his Roman army. We just have to see what he decides. But he must be aware of those couple of elephant units that Carthage have got. Okay. So over here on our right flank, you'll see Mantu was going to charge that cavalry unit forward to take out that archer unit there. Being very aggressive there on the right flank. But I think wisely decided to pull that cavalry unit back when he noticed those two companion cavalry units there, ready to counter-attack. So I say, still a bit of an archer battle going on the right flank here. But here you'll see Scorpion King's moved out his some of his Pharaoh bowmen out in front of our battle formation there. He may be targeting cavalry or Macedon. See those Macedonian pikes? You know, they're very susceptible to archer damage. But as that Scipioid cavalry is moving back, I'm guessing he was targeting the Scipioid cavalry, and they've made a tactical withdrawal. Right, so there you go. Do you remember I said to you JGB can be very aggressive? And there you are, he's moving towards the Carthaginians there, looking to take that the Carthage threat away from our left flank out. I think that's what he's looking to do there. Okay, but he must be aware of the enemy elephants and the cavalry that they've got. There you can see JGP moving some of his cavalry units forward there. Now, what I'm not sure if he's going after that infantry unit there. He may well be going after that infantry unit there, or this infantry unit there. He could smash into the back. Look. Bang! As he smashes in there as well. See, Scorpion King's got those Pharaoh bowmen out in front of our battle formation again, looking like he's going to lose those units. Can you see? As I say, we saw those bowmen targeting the Scipioid cavalry, but I thought he would have moved them back inside the battle formation there. Otherwise, he's going to lose those units. Meanwhile, over here, you'll see that JGP is throwing loads of pilers into those Sacred Band spearmen there, and that's why they're routing. There, he's still probably got a lot of pilers left that he can throw into the remaining Sacred Band spearmen there. But as I say, I think those he only had 6 Sacred Band spearmen anyway, did Zhong, and looks like 3 of them have been routed. He's got his cavalry and his armoured elephants, but remember, because those armoured elephants are so dear, he didn't have very much money to upgrade his troops. Okay, so I think his cavalry are just gold shield, gold attack. So, and as I say, his infantry were just gold shield, gold attack as well. So that's a problem. You see, if you take advantage of this rule of bringing elephants, they're so dear that you can't kind of upgrade your troops like you normally would, because you spent so much money on your elephants. There you can see Mantu just drifting his cavalry over to the left flank there. And these slingers here, make no mistake, these slingers will be shooting loads of slingshots in there, maybe causing some casualties to our troops there. Now you can see Zhong there moving a couple of his Sacred Band units that have rallied to attack JGP's SPQR army here on our left flank. Okay. Now over on our right flank here, you'll see Scorpion King's got his heavy chariots there and a couple of Pharaoh bowmen. As I say, remember those Pharaoh bowmen are so solid that when they run out of arrows, they can make good light infantry. Okay, you can see Surena moving his Scipioid army forward there. Can you see? So as I say, it looks to me like the enemy team have decided to attack up the incline rather than move over to the other flank where they could have attacked us on a flat piece of ground there, okay? But make no mistake, a lot of enemy teams attacking up this incline have gone on to great victories. Right, there's a nice hit there by Surena's cavalry, and bang, as he charges into those Pharaoh bowmen. But remember, as I say, those Pharaoh bowmen there are pretty solid, didn't rout there, look. So that was pretty good. I think there's a bit of pilot exchanging going on here between Mantu's red Julii army and Surena's blue Scipii army there. Okay, so obviously Surena was chosen by their team to be the spearhead of their attack. Okay, but meanwhile over here on our left flank, I think most of the slingers, look at Mantu's cavalry unit there, look, taking out those slingers. So I think most of Zhong's spearmen and his slingers have been taken out there with a combination of JGP and Mantu's troops there. You can see there a lot of the Carthaginian troops have been taken out. But remember that the Carthage generals still got his ace card to play, and that's the 2 elephant units there. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So as I say, looks to me like Surena, backed up by some pikes, has been made the spearhead of the enemy team coming up that incline. And on our right flank here, you'll see that the Macedonians are doing a right flanking action here. So maybe Surena there is like to pin and hold our forward units while the Macedonians come round our flank. Now there's a chosen axemen. Remember, they've got effective against armour axes, and you can see that COH Terminator are bringing them in as well. And I think he's got his berserkers there. Remember, the berserkers got effective against armour maces. They got 2 hit points, excellent attacking specifications, and that massive fear factor, taking morale away from enemy troops, destabilising them and making them more susceptible to routing. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see how he uses those berserkers during the course of the battle. But it looks to me like he's charging his chosen axemen in right now. I'm moving my Spartans over to that right flank because I can see the threat of the Macedonian pikemen there. But as a lot of you that watch our battle videos will know, I'm a bit reluctant to put Spartans up against the long pikes of Macedon there. You can see that Germanic cavalry there locked and loaded in wedge formation. Remember, in wedge formation you get more impact, more penetration there, and they're locked and loaded, ready to go in. Here you can see that Scorpion King's got his Pharaoh bowman. Now if you notice, they're carrying their little swords, which means that they've run out of arrows. So he's trying to protect our right flank there with his chariots and bowmen there, and that's why I'm moving my Greek cities over to that flank there to see what I can do against the long pikes of Macedon if I have to. Okay, you can see the companion cavalry moving up there. You'll see Scorpion King now moving his chariots back out of the way. Okay, but you see me moving my Greek cities army forward, my old Spartan battle formation and army there towards the Macedonian pikes. But as I say, those of you that watch our battle videos regularly will know that I'm very reluctant to put the Spartans up against Macedon, and here's the reason. Now please make a mental note of how short these Spartan spears are in comparison to the Macedonians. Just make a mental note of how short they are there. Now look at the massive length of the Macedonian pikes. So my Spartans have got to try and fight all the way down those Macedonian pikes to kill the man on the other end with the short spears that my men have got that against the long pikes. So as I say, in other battle videos you'll see that I'm very reluctant to take Macedon on head on because of that reason. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Okay, meanwhile over on our left flank you'll see that Zhong looks like he's launching a cavalry attack, but he's still keeping his ace up his sleeve there with those elephants ready to bring in when he's ready. Okay, you can see JGP though, it's done a good job in combination with Mantu to taking out most of the Carthage army. But as I say, here on the right flank you can see the tactical moves of these Macedonians here and the Germanic troops as well. As I say, that Germanic cavalry is locked and loaded. It wouldn't surprise me. Yes, there you are. He's going to charge that cavalry in. Get ready for this. A massive impact of those Gothic cavalry, and bang, as he charges in there. Notice his Macedonian ally charges in on the flank of Mantu at the same time. Great combination hit there by Change and COH Terminator there on our right flank. You'll see I'm moving my Spartans forward to try and neutralise that attack coming in on our right flank. Okay, you can see there I'm moving my Spartans about. Over here though you'll see Surena being very aggressive with his Scipii cavalry charging into Mantu's infantry as well. He's already routed one unit, and here comes one of the elephant units there. You can see that JGP is ready to receive that attack from the elephants. There, can you see though, if you look at the writing, frightened by elephants. Can you see that? If you look at the writing there, can you see frightened by elephants? So their morale now is being sapped by those elephants attacking them. They are scared, frightened of the elephants, and they are more susceptible to routing. But he's charging. What I think he should have done, maybe, it's just a matter of choice, is charge his two elephants in together. You can see JGP's got his cavalry at the back there, ready to counter that elephant charge, maybe. But it looks like that cavalry and that other elephant unit might charge into the rear of JGP. We just have to see. But I say over here, COH Terminator and Change done a great combination attack on Mantu's infantry. Okay, you can see they got a lot of cavalry around there as well, and you can see Surena's charged in with his Scipio infantry. But here are the berserkers. All three berserkers have now been activated. Okay, so all three of those berserkers are going to charge in. Let's pause the game for a second here. So here you can see I'm going to move my Spartans over to this area here to receive that berserker attack. Remember, berserkers die quickly on spears and pikes. So what I want to do is get across here, put my spears down, be settled, ready to receive that attack. But meanwhile here you can see that Zhong's elephant unit here, this armoured elephant unit, is ploughing through Mantu's infantry there. Remember, it's not just the casualties they cause, it's a massive fear factor. Remember, you've got berserker fear factor and elephant factors there, fear factor as well. So you've got the berserkers and elephants both with big fear factors there, putting in on our troops, putting that onto our troops there. So it'd be interesting to see if we can hold or whether we're going to break. As I say, you can see Mantu's and JGP's cavalry in behind us. Now, if they combine their cavalry, that could be a good teamwork move there. Okay, but you can see my Spartans moving over to the centre there, ready to kind of, as I say, receive that berserker charge. I need to get my spears down quickly. I don't want to let those berserkers get into me before my spears have gone down. But look at these armoured elephants of Zhong's causing havoc there. You know, causing disruption as well as killing and bringing the fear factor. That's what elephants can do there. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So you can see Surena charging his blue Scipio infantry in. You can see the berserkers attacking my Spartans and Mantu's red Julii army. Over here you'll see the Macedonians and more of Surena's infantry hitting us there on our left flank. But over here you'll notice that Mantu and JGP have combined their cavalry. Now that's a great move there, combining their cavalry. And as long as they keep that cavalry combined and move together as a team there, then I think they could do a lot of damage to the enemy troops on our left flank. Plus you've got JGP's infantry in there as well. So just watch out for those cavalry units there. They could well prove pivotal to the battle. But meanwhile here the long pikes of Macedon and those companion cavalry are charging into our right flank there. Plus, as I say, we're getting hit by berserkers. Plus, if you notice, the blue Scipio infantry attacking Mantu's and my Spartans there. Can you see that? We're under a lot of pressure here on our left flank and left centre. Okay, I can see a lot of Mantu's units are starting to rout there. There you are. You can see massive attacks coming in on our front. Over here, you can see the Germanic general charging. They come bang with his cavalry. And over here, you'll see Surena charging his cavalry into Mantu's cavalry, and bang as he charges in there. Oh my gosh, what a battle's going to ensue here. If you notice here, can you see they're using their heavy swords? They've alt attacked there. Remember, you can do more damage with heavy swords than you can do with the light lance there. Okay? But over here you'll see a lot of the enemy troops there moving in on our right flank, trying to roll us up from right to left there. If you notice there, you can see Macedonian units are getting in behind my Spartans now. See those Macedonian units are going to get in behind. So not only am I fighting forward, fighting the flank, I'm going to get attacked from the rear as well. So there's a good chance here they could roll us up from right to left. And if my troops start mass routing, then that could spread to my teammates as well. But here you can see both the Macedonian general and Germanic general charging their cavalry in over onto the right, over to our left flank there to smash into Mantu's cavalry there. Okay, you can see that happening there as they charge in. But here you can see that cavalry there, like that, bang! bang, as that Germanic cavalry charged in there. And now you've got the Macedonian cavalry as well, charging there with their 9 charge bonus, and bang. But you'll see JGP's brought his SBQR cavalry down as well. Now, when I watched this, I thought maybe the enemy should have kept attacking there with their cavalry. They could well have maybe taken out or greatly weakened our allies' cavalry there, but they decided to pull back at that stage of the battle. But here, can you see a lot of my Spartan units are starting to rout, and you can see a lot of Mantu's units are starting to rout as well. Can you see the big squeeze is on here? All those Macedonian pikemen and the Scipii cavalry there. Right now, here comes Scorpion King charging his chariots forward there. He's just held them back to this stage of the battle. That could prove pivotal, but as I say here, look at my Spartan units starting to rout here on our right flank. And as I say, the enemy could well roll us up from right to left, and if my units start mass routing, then as I say, that could spread to my allies and we could have a complete mass rout of our team there. But you could see those Macedonian pikemen, the berserkers, and the enemy Scipii infantry all pushing in on my Spartans there. Still managing to hold though. You can see the enemy troops attacking. But over here, as I say, I think if the enemy had kept pushing against our SBQR ally and Julii allies cavalry there, they may well have caused them a lot of casualties, maybe even routed them, but they decided to pull back. And I'm not sure, all of you watching this, I'd like your opinion on that. What did you think about that? Do you think the enemy should have kept pushing there against our SBQR and Julii allies cavalry? Not sure, just see. But if our allies could get in behind the enemy troops with their cavalry, that could prove pivotal. As I say, Scorpion King's chariots there bringing the fear factor as well as the attacking specifications there. They could well prove pivotal as well, because of course they will be causing fear. There you can see Surena's cavalry charging in there. Oh, that's good news for us. We've just taken out the Macedonian general, so that's good news there. But you can still see our troops are faltering here on the right flank. You can see that there. But I'm just thinking here, if JGP and Mantu combine their cavalry and they smash in there, you can see JGP moving his infantry over as well from the left flank. Can you see a lot of enemy units are starting to rout at this stage of the battle? Please note that there's a couple of Eagle units at the back of our troops there, giving morale bonus to all our team there that Mantu's doing. He's not throwing them into the fray, but the Eagle units there are giving morale bonus. As I say, the Macedonian general unit has just been routed, and it looks like that cavalry charge from JGP, look, and bang, as he charges in there, was the final straw for the enemy team. And you can see, I think, all of the enemy team has basically been routed now, and our team has managed to to go on to win the battle there. So do you think it was a good idea to attack up the incline, or would you have gone to the flatter part of the map and attacked us from the flat area there? Be interested to see what your thoughts are at the end of the battle there. You can see I've only got a very few Spartan units left there. 2, 3, 4 there, 5 is it? 6, 7. I've got 7. I think I've got 7 Spartan units left out of my entire army, and they're all very battle damaged. So that goes to show how much of a battle of attrition this was for Spartans to be taken out. But as I say, this was a good move here. New players to Rome Total War. If you look here, can you see how Mantu put his 2 Eagle units in behind our team while they were fighting? Kept the Eagle units out of the fight, but kept them close. And you might think to yourself, well, they're not doing anything, but they actually are, because they're giving morale boost. Both of those Eagle units there are giving morale boost to all our fighting troops in the team. They don't just give a morale boost to their soldiers, they give it to the whole team. So that was a good move there by Mantu, just keeping those Eagle units in behind us, but ensuring that we were getting the morale bonus from those units there. So well done to Mantu. Over here on our left flank, this is like a massive cavalry battle. This is where the enemy cavalry charged into JGP and Mantu's cavalry here, as we saw. And over here you'll see a lot of Carthaginian dead here, where they were attacked by aggressive JGP. There's a big pile of elephants there that got taken out in that one little group there by the looks of it. That's, as I say, the armoured elephants are very, very dear, so that's why he couldn't put good upgrades on the rest of his infantry. There, over here, another cavalry battle, it looks like to me, that was fought there. And if we go over to the other flank, if you remember, that's where the battle kind of kicked off there, with an archer battle, with the Germanic chosen archers taking on the Pharaoh bowmen and my Cretan archers as well. There you are, you can see the green vests of my Cretan archer dead there. They were killed by the chosen archers there of Germania. As we move across the battlefield here, you'll see, as we move over towards the more intense part of the battle, you'll see that there's a lot of dead here where the enemy attacked us there. What I'd like to draw your attention to, can you see my red cloak Spartan dead? As we talked about in other battle videos, the red cloaks of Spartans really stand out. Just look at that massive pile of Spartan dead there, where they attacked us on that right flank. Just look at that. You can see there the piles of my Spartans that went down there fighting on that right flank, right centre area. As we move across the battlefield here, you can see more dead there. And as I say, JGP did well on that left flank of ours against Carthage, and then he brought his cavalry and infantry over there, which I think proved pivotal to our right flank there. And that was the cavalry attack, I think, was the final straw for the enemy there. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played really well, so well done, guys. And as you can see, it was a close victory there. Very close victory, I would say, and they did almost roll us up from right to left. Highest kills in the game, get ready for this. Highest kills in the game goes to Egypt. Scorpion King Egypt with no bonus, no desert bonus, fighting on a winter map with desert Egyptian troops. 1,602 kills. Not just the highest kills in the game, but if you look, the highest kills by a long way. So there you go, Egypt fighting on a non-desert map, so they're not getting any bonuses at all. Highest kills in the game. In fact, I'd have thought desert troops fighting on a winter map would have even given them, take away any bonus they had. Right, there's Terminator there, did well with Germania. Well done to Change, did well with Macedon there, just over 1,000 kills. So well done to Change there. Almost rolled us up from right to left there, so he did well. Well done to Jean. Obviously didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was trying to be very aggressive on that left flank of ours. So and he charged his elephants in as well. And well done to Surena, the spearhead of the enemy team there. Got the highest kills in the enemy team. So well done to Surena there. So well played, guys. It was great attacking there. My kills, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. 1,379, yep, that's quite good kills there. Well done to JGP, did well on that left flank, and then brought his troops over to the right flank there to help us out, so he did well. Well done to him. Well done to Scorpion King SR, as I say, with Egypt, a desert faction, the highest kills in the game. And well done to Mantu, got some good kills, and he held really well in the centre there against enemy massive attacks on him. Do you remember? I thought he held really well there, so well done to Mantu. And it was a good combination of cavalry there between Mantu and JGP. And as you can see, quite a reasonable diverse battle. The enemy got Germania, Macedon, Carthage and Rome. So very, very diverse team there. And we had Greek cities, Rome, Egypt and Rome there. So reasonably diverse. So I hope you enjoyed this battle. I say it was fought I think it was fought a couple of months ago now. But I thought it was a great battle for you to watch. And look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.